Yo, it's Wednesday, November 23rd, the day before the big day. Today, we're going to talk about Nissan's new EV Bundle. The St. Louis Service Department doing their own part to curb thefts at a PlayStation 5 and a Honda.
Here I go. The people really want to know who I is
That's
and
still
who I be.
ridiculous.
Stop and stay with me.
I know.
It's okay. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. I feel, you know what I feel? I feel so like all the poor Canadians, right? Today, they're like, guys, stop talking about tomorrow off. It's like,
they're
just out here like, yo, we are a part of kind of the North American auto industry. You know, you got Canadian companies back and forth, and they're just like, guys, we get it. It's Thanksgiving.
They get it. That's
We're
what
working
happens. I think we just need to maybe just celebrate Canadian Thanksgiving a little bit louder next year.
There
to
you
make
go.
Everybody feel good, right? So all the whole U.S.
what
crew
we'll
can
do.
be like, oh, let's celebrate that with this, and we'll make it all. What else is cool? Hey, look at this.
Look at that.
This
Our
is a
heads are in the automotive newses.
I'm holding up a copy of a picture of the new NAMAD president, Eugene, in Automotive News page, print edition, page 38. And there are two very familiar looking cats flanking his left and his right.
Also, if you don't follow Eugene, if you haven't checked him out on the LinkedIn or the Instagram, Eugene Fields is someone that you need to pay attention to. H-U-G-E-N-E Fields. And he is the new president of NAMAD and just an all-around genuine good guy. Like, our conversations with him so far have just been awesome. I was actually messaging with him yesterday, and I think that dude is poised to kind of take everything that Damon kind of packaged up and bottled up and just let it ride. So
yep,
it's gonna be fun to watch.
I like that. A lot of people on the road today, maybe even listening while you're on the road, traveling the family, flying the family. Kyle's about to hit the road here in a few hours, taking a little trip to the OHIO.
Yes, we're gonna have my buddy actually called me last night, and he was eating Graters, which is
what's a Grater?
It's the best ice cream on the planet, and everybody in Texas can get lost about Bluebell. It's not even close. Okay.
Oh,
so,
wow. I feel like you've told me several different ice creams are the best ice cream.
No, never have I said anything is better than Graters. Not a chance. Jenny's is good. Not better. And there are people who fight about that in Ohio because it's, it's like Columbus versus Cincinnati. You know, it's a thing. Yeah.
Never heard of that. Well, there you go. I'll be staying home. We're inviting all
Oprah's favorite ice cream.
Well, I listen to everything Oprah has to say, so perfect. That's a perfect fit. I'm going to be staying home with the family. We're cooking like the big dinner for. Well, I mean, a lot of people are bringing food. We're going to have 30 people at my house, so you may find me outside trying to mow the lawn or something in November.
Just shaking.
No, I'm kidding. We have an awesome family. We always have a really good time, so we're looking forward to that. Whatever you're doing, we hope that you have some good plans. Make the best of it. We have a special Thanksgiving episode.
Yeah, don't miss that. It's
Troublemaker Pod tomorrow, and we are going to help you through your day with some of our best conversation starters for a Thanksgiving holiday. You can't miss it. It's just be a short shot. If you want to like zip out for a few minutes and get a little info and then head back into the family gathering, we promise to help you as much as we
It'll help you fight that 2 o'clock family feeling. That's what it'll do.
2 o'clock family feeling. I like it. I like it. Well, we got a few things to talk about today while everyone is on their way out. First and foremost, this is an interesting one. Nissan has launched its Carefree Plus bundled maintenance plan for new EVs, which is targeted to address both consumer hesitancy toward new technology, but also trying to do something for the dealerships and the loss of revenue that comes from the lack of maintenance requirements for an EV to create more opportunities in service departments. It offers the Nissan Ariya buyers 3-year, 36,000 mile scheduled maintenance, including tire rotations, air filters, fluid replacements, right? Because EVs still have fluids.
Right.
I don't know what the maintenance schedule is, but like the thermal coolants for the battery trays, and I guess they still have
brake fluids mainly.
Yeah, but I mean, granted, with an EV, the brake fluid might need to be replaced before the pads do.
Right. Yeah, because it's all about that. I mean, it's tires and brakes. Like, that's what you're dealing with
windshield washer fluid. Yeah. Well, it also comes with a 100,000 mile battery warranty and a year of free access to the EVgo public fast charging network, which I checked, and they have a lot of locations. I was like, all right, what's this EVgo network? They got quite a few. And this is in an effort because data shows that EV buyers are much more likely to keep bringing the vehicle to the dealership because of the like, hey, this is new, it's complicated, it's new technology. So even for simple things like tire rotations, it's showing that consumers are like, hey, I'm going to bring it back to the dealership, which is good because it can drive more dealer visits, build loyalty.
Well,
but
because honestly, like the EV game right now, I think still a lot of people are like the consumers are already less loyal to products and brands.
Yeah.
But when you kind of get into a new product line or a new development, you're willing over the first couple purchase cycles to kind of go, hey, should I go over here? Should I go over there? And so we know that when people visit dealerships 3 times or more in their service life cycle, they are actually 3x more likely to come back to that, not just dealership, but brand for their next purchase. So it's a serious move that Nissan's playing. And I think other manufacturers are going to be looking to keep market share, not just now, but in that like 2027 timeline.
Yeah.
Because that's, I mean, if you want to be fully electric and have X percentage of your vehicle sales by 2030 in that range, in that like
people
everyone's
coming
kind of
back,
in that 40
right
to 60, you have to get that retention game right. And so I think Nissan's making a really smart play on this. This is really like when you think about Hyundai Kia coming to market, it's actually the same kind of play because everybody's coming to market at this point. Like EV is just a new startup for all of these companies. And even some of these companies are splitting it off. And so thinking like that Hyundai Kia come to market with that high warranty with maintenance included, this is an
bundled
opportunity.
In, right.
Yeah, it's just bundled in.
No one's really like, you think none of the third party independent service stations have done anything really to like show like, hey, we're the place to bring your EV yet either. Like none of the Firestones, Goodyears, etc. So I think there's just
for that. Yeah.
Very few independent shops. One concern that's coming up is this does take away the dealer's opportunity to sell like a maintenance product in the F&I office, right? Because it's bundled. So it's almost feels like a giveaway. You know what I mean? When you're the consumer. So I guess you can't have it all, but something that Nissan's trying. And hey, hats off to them for trying to drive some loyalty, get people in the stores.
I mean, here's the thing. Toyota's been doing their 2-year maintenance for a hot minute. I don't know any Toyota dealerships that are struggling finance. So
yeah, that's true.
It's
true.
Yeah. So
speaking of struggling,
stop.
Segue
Time.
I love this story so much. Service manager Elliot Silk and his team at Suntrup Kia and Hyundai in St. Louis grew tired of their customers' cars being the targets of theft, and no one was doing anything. So they were like, okay, we're going to fix this problem. So apparently 27 vehicles a day are stolen in St. Louis, which is 75% more than the previous year. And Mr. Silk says probably about 8 months ago, it started coming in faster and faster. And then, of course, customers are calling me all the time saying, what are you going to do about it? Right? Their car's getting stolen. They can't get a replacement. Things are getting, well, no one's done anything. So me and my guys thought about it and we took it upon ourselves to come up with a solution. So what they did was develop this Bluetooth interrupter, right? It goes on the keychain. They install something in the ignition chain. So unless you press the button on the Bluetooth interrupter keychain, the vehicle will not start. You can do everything you want to hotwire the ignition and do all that. It's not going to start without the interrupter releasing. It's a $200 fix.
Look, here's the thing right here. Watch this. Direct to consumer. Oh no. Develop your own thing, solve customers' problems, be the intermediary, the thing that the OEM is not going to do because the problems, maybe don't
localized.
span,
it's more localized.
Much more localized. It's like a problem in St. Louis. Solve that problem for consumers and you will be the way that they have to and want to buy cars. Because I guarantee you all those customers that were like, hey, what are we going to do about it? And you solve the problem for them. You know where they're going back to? Attention like Nissan might. Yes. Those guys.
And they turned it into a marketing benefit because now they're installing these in every single vehicle they sell. So you buy a vehicle from them and you can rest assured that, someone could still break into your vehicle, break a window, grab some stuff, but no one's taking your vehicle. And in this day and age, this inventory situation, there are 27 people a day in St. Louis being stuck with that. So it's so awesome to watch a dealership.
The marketing videos, the TikTokery that can come out of stuff like this.
Straight TikTokery.
They
a great
can
word.
lean in. Amazing.
Well, speaking of TikTokery,
Stop.
Segue.
Time.
it's close enough. Close enough. Well,
We'll give it to you.
listen, in a move that isn't surprising at all to the hosts of this show,
We got it.
Sony and Honda are reportedly considering incorporating a PS5 directly into the vehicle that they're working on together. This joint venture, we've talked about it several times on the show. Sony Honda Mobility says the idea is in consideration. You know,
Well,
obviously they're trying to compete with Tesla, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And here's the thing. The genius of this partnership will come when Honda is like, you know what? We kind of stink at technology. We'll make the car go forward, backward, and drive things. Sony, you handle the technology side. You want to throw
Make the
a PS5
experience
in it? You want to
great.
do the infotainment center? Y'all
UI,
just handle that.
UX, all of it.
We're good. Like if Honda just throws up their arms in that and says, you guys develop. See, I don't think it might not particularly be a PS5, but I think leaning
Well, not
on
a
the
whole
UX UI
console.
of that platform is genius because people are going to like, they understand. It's like why Apple CarPlay works so well.
It's entertaining.
Because an Apple user understands the interface and can maneuver no matter what the buttons are to control that. And so a PS5,
and it's driven by, I mean, you just think of the insane amounts of data that Apple and Sony have on how people interact with the UI, right? Like they just know people go, they turn left, they don't turn right. And here they press this button, they don't want to press that button. They know it. They know it all. They have just millions and millions and millions of interactions that they can track. I am still waiting for the moment they announce they're going to merchandise the car on the PS5 console. I can't. It's going to happen.
That's coming without a doubt.
Click the purchase, right? Just put in your little four symbol code.
Yeah, I can't
my
wait.
My credit card gets pinged because my kids are downstairs buying a vehicle.
Yeah, like the Hummers in Call of Duty, and they're like, "That's a sweet car. Buy."
Buy now, IRL. Right?
That's great. That's great.
So obviously, there's some concerns over safety, right?
Naturally,
and same concerns in Tesla. You can't play it unless the vehicle is stopped. You know, so the same thing here. It would only be available if the vehicle is not in motion, or here's a little. Or some level of autonomous driving. Just those things get a little bit shady. But Honda individually, they've been very vocal about their commitment to safety. And say, I didn't know this. They have a stated goal of having 0 traffic-related fatalities by the year 2050. So it's a while out there, but they've actually made it a goal. Like if you're driving a Honda, like we want 0 people to die. I don't know how you could do that, but hey, it's a good goal, and you're gonna have to reconcile that goal with having a live PS5 happen in the car at any given moment.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Good goal for when you won't even be working anymore.
2050. That's great. By 2050, I probably won't be recording this show every day anymore. We hope you have a great Thanksgiving. Drive safe out there. Eat a lot of turkey. And don't forget to listen tomorrow.